It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson on hand. Greg, you get to a game like this and you love the matchup because as we watch and get ready, you just watch highlight after highlight of the ball in the air, down the field. We got two big-arm quarterbacks going head-to-head here in this one.
And if you love offensive football and you love high-level quarterback play, we've got a matchup that I think you're going to be pretty excited to sit down and take in alongside us because every blade of grass is an opportunity to deliver the ball. And the amount of pressure on these defenses to defend the entire field knowing there is no throw off limit, there is no route that cannot be unleashed. This is the ultimate test for any defense when you have two quarterbacks like this lined up under center.
Jones now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way. And it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it. And boy, did they ever.
He'll find Andre Yoshibash. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Here's Burrow. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And he'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone, a pickup of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Working out of the gun, Burrow. To the middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Great chance to make an early statement here on the road It is 1st and goal. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he's going the wrong way, dropped back at the 7.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
A carry here for Brown. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1. Trying to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. They go play action for Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Well, clearly this coach wanted to come out aggressive early. They decide not to settle for the field goal by going for it on 4th and goal, and they are turned away. What a great stop early in this game by this defense.
So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll power it, push the pile forward. It's a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. 14 yards on that pass play there. And the Chiefs have a 1st down.
First rule of backed up offense, get the first down. The last thing you want to do, punt the ball back and give your opponent a short field. Mission accomplished. Now, can they maintain possession long enough to see if they can cap this drive off with some points? You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time, let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. And that's going to wind up incomplete. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. He's got his man, he finds Worthy. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
A pair of 1st downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And it's brought down, a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. They put Kelsey in motion. This caught right side by Worthy. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
A handoff to Pacheco. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up third and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And this ball incomplete on third down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, be aggressive on fourth down, or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Bengals offense going to take over now for the second time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. Now a second down throw for Burrow. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. To throw is Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
On 4th down, out comes the punter. Now, following the punt return on the field, the training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They put Key in motion. 1st and 10 for Mahomes. He's going to tuck it and go. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Pacheco. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. They get 12 yards on that pass. 1st down, KC.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the 1st down.
To the left side in the hands of Rice.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part, so once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. He gets that to Brown. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Mahomes now to throw again. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in! Noah Gray! Touchdown, Kansas City.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 10-0 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Jones now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now Burrow on the bootleg. And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Now Brown. And he'll bring this to about the 25. Chris Jones, the All-Pro, there on the tackle. Third and 9. Gesicki, the man in motion. That's into the hands of Josivas.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it beginning on this drive. First and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On first and 10, it's Mahomes.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's second and 3 to go. See in motion. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Gray. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now the former rushing champ, it's Kareem Hunt. Has some room inside the 30. Wadarani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line.
Man, how nice is it to have a guy like this? He's your backup running back, but he's kind of a change of pace. He's got that home run ability, and he showed it there. That was a heck of a run.
Here's a toss to Pacheco. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They put Kelsey in motion. Here's Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And he'll be taken down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. Man in motion is Brown. Look wide, get this one complete, and that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Pacheco. He slams it in there, and he is in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Butker now for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs move further out in front. It is now 17-0. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. Here's Brown. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle. Second and 7. They bring Chase in motion. Burrow here on second down. To the middle of the field. That's taken in by Chase. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Burrow now to throw on first down. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Second down, Burrow. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it's going to bring up a third down. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. A big one there on third down. Good for 26 yards.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll get that one complete. It's Drew Sample, the tight end. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
To the left side, caught by Chase. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunate this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
4th down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are finally on the board. It's 17-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. A return now from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Off the play fake, Mahomes. Open man downfield, it's Rice. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They put Kelsey in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That is caught. He gets the hookup with Rice. Well, 3rd and 19, no problem, as they convert for the first down.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. That's to the right side and incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. 3rd and 6. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got it at the 7. What a pickup. A gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal, and at the very least, got to come away with some points.
That one, take it in. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, KC. This defense can give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs extend to a 24-3 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a 2nd defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whenever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Burrow. And And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
That's complete. It's Yosivas. And he will take this one in. 75 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals are able to edge a bit closer. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. He's all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. First and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. First down throw, Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Gray is the motion man here. On first down, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Open man, right side, is Kelsey. And he's going to have a first down. They get into field goal range here at the 29. Right back to the air for Mahomes. And that ball incomplete over the middle. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw again. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This a 46-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports Studios and our halftime report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Here's 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. A first down throw for Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Gray. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They go play action with Mahomes. Throw left side is taken in by the tight end, Kelsey. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Chiefs first down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
A run up the middle with Pacheco. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down, following a pickup of 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. They put Kelsey in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Patrick. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. They get 18 on that one. And the Chiefs have a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
They put Kelsey in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. He'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Short pass, taken in by Kelsey. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. They put Kelsey in motion. On third down, Mahomes. He'll get this one complete to Brown. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells. So they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And now they'll be looking at third and goal.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City.
And it really just comes down to the protection. You're sitting there third and goal. You have to give your quarterback the opportunity, Mike, to work through all of his progressions, and you need time to do it. Then it just comes down to making the right read. Touchdown.
Here's Butker now. for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will extend this third quarter lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
That's complete to all the tight end. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
2nd and a yard. On the ground, it's Brown. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. You'll find Brown out of the backfield. He's got the first down, not by a whole lot. He only gets 3. That's all he needed for a new set of downs.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Finding yourself down here multiple scores in the second half, the defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. That's into the hands of Josivas.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing and then you to the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Burrow here on 2nd down. To the left side, caught by Chase. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki.
When you have a tight end that you can flex out and just throw them one-on-one jump balls, man, it is so difficult for defenses to defend. And sometimes it's just as simple as my man is bigger than yours, and I'm going to throw it up, and he comes down with it.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Burrow. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. T. Higgins, touchdown Cincinnati. Tight spaces down there, things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Burrow to throw. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful two-point conversion.
There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up 2 fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far, in particular passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run with Pacheco. Oh, he coughs up the football. The Bengals have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
On first down, Burrow. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Catch left side is made by Higgins. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Desperation time now setting here in the fourth quarter. This is where the urgency of your 2-minute offense is so critical. How many plays can you run and how fast can you run them? Because one score is not going to do it. You're going to have to score and get the ball back and end up going down and punching it in again.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Second down, Burrow. A quick slant taken by Chase. He's taken down just shy of the 10. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Throwing is Burrow. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Here on third down. That is caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. Touchdown, Bengals. Greg, very big touchdown there, makes it a 10-point game, and now a chance to tighten this down to a 1-possession game.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. You have to go for 2 here. You got to get this thing down to 8. But this offense now has given themselves at least a chance to make a run here down the stretch in the fourth quarter.
So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they will indeed try to tack on 2. They'll run here with Brown. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. the Chiefs offense. And Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. Now he'll run. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
First down throw, Mahomes. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
The whole idea of that short the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. And this ball's going to be incomplete. So, after two straight incompletions, here's third and 10. Man in motion is Brown. Mahomes going to throw here on third down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's first and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. A carry here for Brown. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's second and 6. Now, Burrow. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. 13 yards on the catch there. It's a Cincinnati first down.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So a lot of options on the table now. It's first and 5. To throw is Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosivas. And they have the first down, so they get the completion on first and 5, and now they'll set up first and 10.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a lip between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. Here's 3rd and 2. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. And they convert on 3rd down. Burrow. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Now, he'll air one out. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Open man is the tight end Sample. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Moss. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. Oh, and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Back to throw, Burrow. And he will score! Game on! Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it, and not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, but he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play.
A pickup of 12 yards. First down, KC.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, they'll come up on a second down and 8. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here's a run with Hunt. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. They face second down and 7. A run. It's Pacheco. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. They put Kelsey in motion. They'll drop to throw. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on third down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. One in the win column for the Chiefs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.